That's it.
We have some breaking not so good Jets news. I don't know if you guys saw.
I did not saw. What happened?
Zach Rosenblatt of The Athletic is reporting that it is believed that Chuck Clark suffered a serious knee injury, and that helps explain why the Jets signed Adrian Amos. They weren't in on Amos until recently. He visited the Ravens on Monday, his second visit, but the opportunity to now start for the Jets sold him.
Oh, damn, that sucks. Brutal. You know, I was thinking with the, well, I guess here, let me pull up that little slide here. Bam. Adrian Amos signs a 1 year up to $4 million deal with the Jets today, according to Zach Rosenblatt. Chuck Clark apparently serious knee injury. I guess we'll find out more probably tomorrow if I had to guess, but them signing Amos right now seems to be a pretty clear indication that this is probably a season ender if I had to guess. Matt, is that kind of your thinking as well?
Yeah, I mean, I just, just reading it like you guys are right at the start, but that's gotta, he's apparently getting a second opinion on it, but that sounds terrible. Ugh.
Yeah, not great. What are your thoughts on signing of Amos anyway, until we get more info on the Clark stuff? But what do you think about Adrian Amos, Matt?
I am intrigued by him. He had a little bit of a down year this past year comparatively, but still had over 100 tackles. He's versatile. He could play free safety, strong safety, slot corner. He's normally very, very good in coverage. This past year wasn't great, but pretty much every other year he's been stellar in coverage. I liked it because it was adding depth and a true free safety, but now maybe not so much depth because it seems like it was an emergency.
Yeah, Green Bean, how are your feelings towards Adrian Amos and potentially this rough news for Chuck Clark?
Well, I like the signing, without the Chuck Clark thing. I thought it was a good move. Looking over his time. It's funny, I'm actually looking at just a walloping hit he put on Cole Beasley when he was on the Bears. Oh man, it's so good. What a good hit that is. I loved the signing. I thought it was good. I mean, just stack them up, keep bringing in players. Safety, as we've talked about numerous times, was like the one hole we were hoping, like, okay, or look, they feel confident in the young bucks as far as free safety goes. And we have Whitehead and Chuck Clark and, the whole thing. But, it was the one area we were all like, okay, I hope there's enough talent around them to kind of cover it up. And we were doing all that stuff. So bringing him in was a good thing. But now that it looks like Chuck Clark is seriously injured, now it becomes a vital thing. And you got to commend Joe Douglas for not sleeping. I just read that that's in the same tweet that Matt just read, actually, that he visited the Ravens twice. So that looked like it was, hey, they stole Odell Beckham Jr. from us. Hey, now we take a little Adrian Amos from you. That's how it goes, I think. So I applaud the aggressive move and just kind of making sure we don't have a big hole in the area. But I think he's talented. I think he's good. And, I think it's a solid move, even if Chuck Clark, the injury isn't very serious. So either way.
So Adrian Amos has played every start for the last 5 years. He was actually drafted by Joe Douglas when Joe Douglas was director of player personnel, college personnel in Chicago. That's a long time ago now. Long time ago. Your boy projected this to happen back in January. So I was very, very proud of myself. Although
you had him?
I had him, yes. I had him at 1 year, $2 million. Right. So I said 1 year, $2 million. I didn't know we were under the gun via injury, but it's also up to $4 million. So
up to
$2 million is still under the up to, right? Who knows? I got some stats right here. Adrian Amos in 2020 had a 92.1 coverage grade. That was first among all safeties. He had an 89.9 overall grade. That was third among all defensive backs. And then Adrian Amos in 2020 and 2021 combined among safeties, he had a 92.4 coverage grade, that was first, an 88.7 overall grade, that was first, 17 forced incompletions, tied for first, and 4 interceptions, that was tied for second. So we're getting a guy that, you know, if you want to say last year was a down year for him, I'm fine with that. But like, at the same time, I feel like when you have maybe a banged up quarterback and the rest of the team maybe isn't performing up to par, you know, maybe there's something to the atmosphere and what was going on. Adrian Amos coming over here, maybe a little more juice to the equation. I think we could see a nice little bounce back year here for him in New York.